I've got friends like nobody I know. God bless you. They don't all live near me. That seems to be a karma thing. I don't have like friends that I'm like glued to that live next door. We fly, we drive, we talk, we time zone. But I got those friends, and one way or another they keep me warm. One way or another we meet each other and we find each other, and I would not have found the friends that I have without chiropractic. And you know, I laugh when I come back so full from Focus, when I come back so full from New Beginnings, when I come back so full from Lyceum, and I go, what the hell do the opticians do? Do they get this? do the GYNs have this? You know, and do their children know each other and consider each other family and camp together and play together and share birthdays together? We got something, and we got lots of something to be grateful for. And we get this opportunity to turn on life and to touch lives and watch them change. And when we're not paying attention, we're missing it because they're filling us. They're filling us. I came back from New Beginnings, and this happens like every time. Something will happen. I'm like, you probably have these words in your families that you come up with, the phrases that, you know what I mean, wink, wink. You know, we have stuff that we know. In our family, the phrase that we use is read the room. It's like, pay attention, you know, read the room. You don't go in and ask Dad for an allowance if he's like, read the room. Okay? So that's what a bra strap sounds like. I had come back from New Beginnings, and I had this patient that found me, which was pretty cool. Robin found me one day, and I walked in to do the greeting of the first patient visit, and I wanted to thank her. Who should I thank for bringing her in? And it said the bulletin. So I realized the one place I advertise is in the church bulletin. So I go to thank her, and I realized, oh, I'm in the bulletin. And before I could even say anything, she said, did you go on the church retreat? I'm like, yeah. She said, well, I went on the church retreat, and my back was killing me, and you don't know. And she went into this whole story about she moved here, and she was helping her mother, and her mother's estate, and relapse, and blah, blah, blah. And she went on this retreat anyway, like on a cane. And at some point, she made a pact with God and said, if I can just get through this retreat, I promise I will find a chiropractor in this new town. And she opens the church bulletin, and there's my name. So that was how she came into the office. Then she starts to see changes in her health as I'm adjusting her, and she brings me in her granddaughter that she has temporary custody of. And Ashley has some challenges, and she wasn't even sure if she could come in during normal office hours because her behavior, and she could be too expressive, too emotionally not there. So I said, well, let's see, we'll play it by ear. Met Ashley, and there was a lot of eye rolling, and it wasn't a rude, disrespectful kind of thing. Ashley couldn't control it. She would just look at you, and well, they had her on all these medications and stuff. And but we seemed to connect. She let me to adjust her, let me adjust her, let me adjust her. So now fast forward, she brings me a flower pot, and still doesn't know her tone of voice, doesn't know those little things that we don't even pay attention to, those little nuances. She's 10, by the way. And at the end of one of the sessions, my CA, Julie, says to me that Ashley walked up to her and she's like, boy, people come in here and they're really upset, and they leave and they're really happy. You must really like your job. It must be fun for you. But like, she said it like that. It must be fun for you. And I was like, yeah, okay, it must be fun. So she shared that with me, and I thought that was nice. Well, one day, the reception area was full. I mean, I have a little office, so it doesn't take that much for it to be full of people. But in walks the aunt, and I'm like, read the room. This is not a small talk day. Julie's already given me that smile, like, stop talking and keep adjusting. We're behind schedule. So Robin walks in, and she comes in with, oh, you know that look. Robin walks in with her iPad, right? That's the iPad. And I'm like, hi, Robin, you know, change the page paper. And she's like, you got a minute? There's a song I want you to hear. And I'm thinking, really? There's like 6 people waiting. You want me to hear a song? But she looked like she could click through and slide, and like she knew what she was doing. And I thought, sure, okay, if it's not too long, you know. And then she stopped, and she just looked at me, and she said, you don't understand. oh. So every time you adjust Ashley, she gets back in the van and she plays this song over and over and over. And she said, this is Dr. Marcus's song. She said, you have to hear it. I'm like, okay. And it was, You Raise Me Up. Aww. And then she played it, you know, and I was just like bawling my eyes out for the gift that she gave me that I almost missed because I was too busy. Mm-hmm. Hello. The gifts that come unwrapped without the paper, those are the gifts. And I hugged her and I was like, thank you, because I needed that. You know, here I am. Oh yeah, I got to do, but you got to slow down sometimes and look at what they're adjusting us, people. They're adjusting us. And so Ashley's gone now to California, and we're hoping and praying that her mom gets on board and we find a chiropractor for her to continue. But I'm just like, that was the gift that she gave me. You know. So watch those things, because sometimes they'll come in and they'll say like the most beautiful things, like, I don't know, I'm a saint. I don't think so, but I really appreciated where that came from. You know, I really, really did.